We got one of those stories so crazy, it's gotta be real, right? Or maybe it reads like a late night cartoon. Anywho, we got a raccoon that broke into a liquor store in Virginia, smashed bottles, drank booze like a frat night, and ended up passed out in the bathroom. Yes, you heard me right. A raccoon in a liquor store passed out next to the toilet. We're going to talk about this, how this mass bandit pulled off the raid, what happened after, and why people are calling this one for the history books. What's up, family? Welcome back to Insider Scoop Report. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share this video, and drop your city in the comments. This is what happened in a liquor store operated by Virginia ABC in Ashland, Virginia. According to the reports and what the officials said, the little critter dropped through a ceiling tile overnight, and that shows how it broke in. So once he got inside, the raccoon didn't mess around. It hit the bottom shelves where scotch, whiskey, and other liquors were stored. Then it proceeded to knock over bottles, shred shelves, and make a mess. And by morning, when employees returned, they were shards of glass, puddles of booze all over the floor, in a destroyed storage area. But the real shocker, the thief, a raccoon, imagine that, was found passed out face first in the store's bathroom, sprawled out next to a toilet. Animal control showed up, collected the raccoon, described as very intoxicated, took the raccoon to a shelter so he could sleep it off, then released it back into the wild once it sobered up. Yeah, I got quiet. This has got to be the craziest burglar story ever. If this didn't hit the news and I would have told this to somebody, they wouldn't believe me. This is unheard of. So when the workers walked in, right, they first thought it was a human break-in because of all of the messiness, the smashed bottles, litters of broken glass, booze all over the floor. It was complete chaos. But to their surprise, it was a raccoon. So the authorities and the Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter responded. The shelter, they posted on social media that outside of maybe a hangover and poor life choices, that the raccoon was fine and was released after sobering up. Now, you know, the internet had a field day with this one. They lost it. Memes everywhere, jokes, headlines calling it a trash panda vendor, mass bandit, raccoon gone wild, you name it. All kinds of stuff. The weirdest thing is how normal the shelter made it. They made it seem like, oh, this is just a normal old day, just a regular old day in the life. We deal with stuff like this. We deal with drunk raccoons all the time. This is not the first time. If you ran that store, would you change locks, upgrade security, or just keep an eye out for more mass bandits like this one? Now, all jokes aside, this story also, it does shines a spotlight on something real, how wild animals are adapting to urban environments, because something like this is not normal. It does not normally happen. Officials did point out that animals like raccoon, they're getting more comfortable around humans, scavenging from trash, sneaking into buildings, finding ways to survive based on what people throw them. Anybody else find that different, how wild animals are adapting more, to regular people's way of life? And this raccoon, he didn't steal food, he stole liquor. I mean, that's the next level. It shows how bold wildlife is these days, especially in urban areas. And we got to ask ourselves, if a raccoon can break in, wreck an entire store, and get drunk without humans noticing until in the morning, how many other stories are we not seeing? Like, when you think of it from that perspective, do you think this wildlife is getting a little too comfortable around humans? Or should cities step up wildlife proofing trash cans, buildings, and maybe even liquor stores? Here's my take. This wasn't just a funny news clip. It's a weird, wild reminder that animals adapt very fast, weirdly fast. And sometimes those adaptations, they collide with human environments in the craziest ways. I mean, we laugh because, come on, a raccoon getting drawn, it makes you laugh. But we also got to recognize the bigger picture. When humans build, consume, and discard carelessly, wildlife changes behavior. And that's something I've been noticing. Trash, open buildings, easy entry points, all of that invites critters in. And if we're not careful, these cute raccoon stories could become dangerous raccoon encounters. So, what do you think? Are stories like this just harmless comedy? Or a sign for something deeper that we need to treat wildlife and our environment with more respect and better security? That's just something to think about because I didn't think a lot of people looked at it from that perspective. All right, family, that's the full scoop on the drop raccoon who raided a liquor store, had a bender, and passed out like a college kid on spring break. If this wild story made you laugh, shake your head, or think twice about leaving liquor leftovers around, smash that like button. Share with someone who needs to see this, and definitely subscribe if you haven't. And drop a comment. What law would you give this mass bandit? Felony for destruction of property or just rehab with a stern warning? Anyway, this is Insider Scoop Report. Stay wild, stay aware, and always watch what's creeping in through your roof tiles.